One of DLA Piper's brand pillars is modern dynamic innovator. As such, our leadership is committed to being a pace setter when it comes to legal technology. To meet that mandate, the firm looks to the knowledge department to continually assess the landscape of available tools. The firm counts on us not only to understand the technology and its application to the practice of law, but to also balance a number of competing priorities. They include the cost, the potential return on investment, scalability, ethical considerations, and client concerns. As you will hear from my colleagues, our legal technology work took a sharp pivot in November of 2022 when we were given early access to something known as a generative pre-trained transformer. We have been on that path ever since with no end in sight. I am now going to turn it over to the rest of the team to tell you more. Elizabeth?
As Barbara mentioned, the Knowledge Department got access to our first GenAI tool, CoCounsel, at the end of 2022. This gave the KM team the unique opportunity to become familiar with the technology very early on. In early March 2023, while the KM team was still testing use cases and providing feedback, Casetext let us know that the product would launch commercially in about 2 weeks. True to our pacesetter commitment, firm leadership decided to become one of the first enterprise-wide subscribers. To prepare for the full launch, we expanded our pilot to senior attorneys and then full matter teams. These users provided us invaluable feedback, which informed our onboarding process. Because this was an important first step on a larger GenAI journey, firm leadership kicked us off with a launch email and video to generate excitement and highlight the importance of GenAI to the firm's modern dynamic innovator brand. We created 3 prerequisites for CoCounsel access. First, attending an ethics CLE that explains the underlying tech and reminds attorneys of their ethical and professional obligations. Second, acknowledging the firm's policy on acceptable use of GenAI. And third, attending a specific CoCounsel training. Once we launched, we wanted to make it easy for our attorneys to use the tool, so we provided sample prompts and a sandbox with a variety of databases. We're also holding weekly office hours for people to ask questions and share feedback, and we'll offer a CLE on prompt writing. Sunny, can you give some more details about our CoCounsel launch?
90 minutes of mandatory training to access a new tool is essentially unheard of at DLA. The response has been tremendous. Within just the first 4 weeks, we had 26% of our lawyers complete the mandatory 60-minute CLE, and about 10% of all lawyers actively using CoCounsel. That represents hundreds of attorneys, and those numbers continue to increase. To monitor engagement, we use Power BI to track weekly usage both by person and task, filterable by practice and title. So I know, for example, we're currently averaging about 500 sessions a week with a big slant towards litigation work. To ensure all 3 training steps were completed, we mandated registration through our LMS university site. To ease the administrative lift, our IT team then wrote code to auto-populate an Active Directory group based on an LMS status of completed, and used Azure Skim to pass the AD list over to Casetext and auto-create their accounts, which then triggered automatic welcome emails to each new user. Of course, throughout our CoCounsel journey, we've also been actively investigating other GenAI offerings, including formal pilots of Harvey AI and ContractPod AI's Leah. We expect to greatly expand this effort throughout 2024, both with existing platform enhancements and piloting of new products. Emily, can you share more about this effort?
At this point, the GenAI tools we've mentioned were brand new to the market. Of equal importance and with their own set of challenges, we are also tracking when GenAI functionality is added to an existing research tool. So far, we are seeing 2 primary scenarios. The GenAI functionality is incorporated within a known platform, Patent Bots or Bloomberg Tax, or the GenAI is a new interface, Westlaw Precision and Lexis Plus AI. At this time, we are participants in a Lexis Plus AI beta and Bloomberg Law's Innovation Studio, and are known by our vendor partners to be honest and direct providers of feedback. We're also always adjusting our internal best practices to provide for easier onboarding and testing of these tools. As the leaders of DLA Piper's legal tech Gen AI journey, we're used to constant change and have embraced helping our lawyers learn how AI can help them practice smarter. We have attorneys clamoring to use Gen AI to solve all their problems, everything from 50-state surveys to legislative and regulatory monitoring to more innocuous streamlining their workflow. While in some cases Gen AI was a viable solution, in other situations we had other research or tech tools that were better suited to the task, which raised awareness of our team's existing tools and skill sets. While we're hopeful that Gen AI will solve these problems in the future, for now, we'll take the added interest in and boost to the knowledge team.
As you can imagine, it's an exciting time to be in the knowledge department at DLA Piper. I believe that we are well poised to deliver a meaningful competitive advantage to the firm. First, with a best-in-class suite of tools, and also by training our lawyers to be the best at using those tools. We are all viewing this 2 months after it was recorded. That is more like 5 years in Gen AI time, so a lot has likely changed. But with that caveat, I look forward to answering your questions. Thank you.